Today's Namaste Yoga continues our Yoga for Gratitude series with Yoga for Gratitude and Happiness. Hello and welcome to episode 287 of Namaste Yoga. I'm Dr. Melissa West, and today we are in a park on the gorge, and it's a beautiful park, and we're here with lots of other people having fun in the park. So you may hear other people having fun while we're filming today, which is wonderful. We're under a beautiful willow tree, and I don't know, it probably will look okay to you because Tim's such an amazing videographer, but we have been experiencing the most, well, I don't know if it's the most, but a lot of forest fires in British Columbia over the last couple of days. And by the time you see this, hopefully it's more under control. But right now there's complete overcast, but it's not actually cloud coverage, it's smoke coverage from all the forest fires. So it's really sad. I know forest fires are part of the cycle of nature and life, but it is sad for the animals, and it's sad. It's sad because it's affecting a lot of people's quality of life here. It's been very smoky for a lot of people on the island, and we just hope that it gets cleared up as fast as possible. We haven't had rain in months, a couple of months at least. Everything is completely dry and dead, and so we just ask for your prayers for rain. That would be amazing. If you have rain, send it to us because we could definitely use it. So thank you for your prayers and your good wishes and your good energy for our beautiful island, which is experiencing a lot of forest fires right now. And also thank you to Squeezed Yoga Clothing for my clothes. I'm wearing a long sleeve bamboo top, and I'm going to probably do the same thing as I did last week, which is take it off because it's already too hot. It's the purple one with the dancing Ganesh, and underneath I have another purple top on. It's a tank top. It's a bamboo one as well. It says yoga makes everything better. So that's better, not as hot. And I'm also wearing capri leggings, navy capri leggings with the yin yang sign on it. And the really nice in this warmer weather, this warm, hot, dry weather. You can even smell the smoke right now, actually. Can you smell that right now, hun? Yeah, you can smell it. So it's affecting everybody's air quality, and there's a lot of ash on the cars, and it's sad. Thanks to Dusky Leaf for my props. I'm using yoga mats. Today you might want your strap, your blocks. You may want a meditation cushion or a chair and a bolster today. I have a testimonial from iTunes from Lydia Ann from the United States of America. And she says, I have been doing yoga on and off for over 40 years. Wow, that's amazing. I've taken various classes, followed teachers on TV, and practiced with DVDs and books. But Melissa is the best. Wow, she has the experience to say that too. That's impressive. She has the perfect flow or timing to her postures that gives enough time for your body to adjust or relax into the posture. I've tried to follow teachers that seem to go as fast as they can. See, I have island time going for me here, right? I think. Actually, people told me when I moved to the island that I would find it hard to slow down. And Tim and I both found, we've asked each other this a lot of times. Did you find it hard to slow down here? And we both did not find it hard to slow down. We just found that actually, finally things were going at the pace that felt normal to us. So she's tried to follow teachers that seem to go as fast as they can. I've had that experience too, trying to follow teachers on other channels. Making it into an aerobic exercise rather than a time to stretch into the posture. I just feel better doing it at Melissa's therapeutic pace. Whether you are a beginner or a longtime practitioner, you will benefit from doing yoga with Melissa. Thanks so much for your thoughtful practices. So thank you so much, Lydia Ann, for your leaving your comment on iTunes. We appreciate that very much. If you watch on an Apple device, we do appreciate you leaving your comments on iTunes. That helps us out a lot there. And we love it when you leave your comments on YouTube and on our membership site and on our website, Facebook, wherever you leave your comments. We appreciate that. Instagram, we're everywhere. We love it when you leave your comments. Speaking of members, if you're a member, I would recommend you do the upper back hydrating sequence for your connective tissue, for your fascia and your upper back before you do this class. It's the second 10 minutes of the upper and lower back hydration sequence in the morning series. I think you'll find that this class is a lot easier if you do that first before you do this practice. And for everybody else, I want you to just take a moment before we get started to check in and notice just how grateful you're feeling at the beginning of this class. And we're going to get started right away, lying down on our backs. Okay. I'm actually going to have a little drink of tea before I get going too. Okay, so on your back, take a deep breath in through your nose and let it fall out of your mouth. And I had a great question on YouTube today about breathing. So unless I tell you otherwise, breathe in and out through your nose. And take this time to transition from the busyness of your day-to-day life, where your focus and your energy gets pulled in many directions, to the one-pointed attention of your yoga class. And then bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. Cross your left ankle over the top of your right thigh and draw your right knee in towards your chest. Hold on to the back of your right thigh until you feel a stretch in the outside of your left outer thigh and your buttocks. And then you can release your legs down, uncross your legs. Just take a deep breath here. Let it fall out of your mouth. And then cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh. Open your right knee out to the side. Draw your legs in. And stop when you feel a stretch in the outside of your right leg and into your right glutes. hold on the back of your left thigh. And then release your legs down. And from here, you can roll to your side and actually come over onto your right side on your right elbow. And I just have to put my mic pack back on. From here, we're going to prepare for some fun postures that are coming later and also warm up your spine. So lengthen your legs long out in front of you in a straight line, and then bend your legs back. And you want to press into your forearms so that you're lifting up out of your shoulders, so that you take the weight into your core, not into your shoulder joint. And then lift your pelvis up off the ground, and then you're going to reach your left arm straight up. From here, you're going to breathe in, and we're going to rotate your spine. See, we're taking your spine through rotation here to begin. You're going to exhale, rotate, and inhale and come back up. Exhale, rotate, inhale, come back up. Exhale, rotate, inhale, come back up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, come back up. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe and come back up. And then you're going to open up. You're going to open up out to the side. And then come on down. And we'll do this on the other side too. So come on over to the other side. I had to check out what they're doing over there. Sounds like fun. But I couldn't figure it out until I saw it. I still don't know what it is. Okay, so you're going to make your body in a straight line. Rest on your right forearm now. Bend your legs back. And then you want to lift out of your shoulder until your pelvis comes off the ground. Reach your right arm up. Breathe in here. Breathe out, rotate. Breathe in, lift up. 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 And then you're going to open up behind you. And then you're going to slowly lower down. Okay, good. All right, from here you're going to come and sit cross-legged. And it might be helpful for you to sit a little bit elevated on a folded blanket or a meditation cushion, so that it's easy for you to tip your pelvis forward and roll it back. So we're going to do the spinal energy series here. So we're doing this class all about bringing awareness to your energy, and you'll see a little bit more in a few minutes about why we're doing that as we get to the teachings today. So when you cultivate gratitude, it really changes your energy. And so we're going to do a lot of postures that affect our energy today. So you're going to have your hands on your ankles, and you could do this sitting in a chair as well. If you were sitting in a chair, hold on to your knees, or you could do this on all fours. If you do it on all fours, focus on moving more so through your pelvis right now, okay? So you're going to inhale, rock forward, exhale, rock back. Inhale, rock forward, exhale, rock back. And then inhale, center. And exhale. You can really smell the smoke when you start taking the deeper breaths. Okay, then from here you're going to take your hands on your knees. You can do, if you're sitting in a chair, you can do it with your hands on your knees. I'm going to show you if you're kneeling on all fours, it's going to look like this. You're going to exhale, round up, inhale, down. Exhale, round up, inhale, down. Okay, so you're going to circle like, this one's called scraping the peanut butter jar. So it's like you're trying to get all the peanut butter out from the peanut butter jar. Okay, so you're going to inhale around front, exhale around back, moving from your navel. Inhale around front, exhale around back. And let's go the other way. And then come back to center, take a deep breath in. And exhale. And then we're going to do a twist like a washing machine. So for this one, you're going to take your thumbs behind your shoulders and your fingers in front, and you're going to inhale to your left and exhale to your right. Inhale left, exhale right. So this one you can do sitting in a chair, or if you can't sit like this or sit in a chair, then you can do this one standing up, okay? So inhale, exhale. Then inhale, center, and exhale. Okay, and then the next one, you're going to move from your heart center. So you're going to inhale forward from your heart center and exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Great. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. And then from here, we're going to do shoulder shrugs. So you're going to inhale your shoulders up and exhale, drop them down. And you can do this one standing or sitting in a chair as well. And if this one bothers your shoulders, you can always do slow shoulder rolls up and exhale them down. Okay, so do whatever works best for you and your body. So big inhale and exhale down. Okay. Then the next thing, the last one, is you're going to circle your head around in front 5 times one way. And then 5 times the other way. And then come back center, and we've gone all the way up through your spine. So that's a little bit of a modified version of the spinal energy series. And from here, we're going to go into the teachings. Actually, I might just get you to do a downward facing dog first, so you can stretch out your spine a little bit more and the backs of your legs. So come on to all fours before we sit to receive the teachings. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes under. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your hips up. So I look funny doing downward facing dogs right now because I have a frozen shoulder, so it should look more like that. So a modified would look like this. I think everybody knows what downward facing dog looks like by now, though. So stretch out the backs of your legs with downward facing dog. And when you're ready, you can come join me in a comfortable seated position. You can sit cross-legged on a meditation cushion, kneeling on a block, or sitting in a chair. Okay, so when you come to seated, we're going to do a mudra for joy today. And it's a really simple mudra. The way it works is you tuck your thumb into your fist on your left hand. And then you're going to wrap your right hand around your fist and place your right thumb on top of your left hand. And you can just rest that. Let's rest it sort of between your heart center and your solar plexus in front of you. And sit up nice and tall with your shoulders over your hips, your ears over your shoulders. Close your eyes, and you can focus your eyes up to your third eye point. And let your attention drop inwards, ready to receive the teachings for today. Take a deep breath in. Let it fall out of your mouth. And then you can return to breathing in and out through your nose. So today I'm going to talk a bit about some research and academic studies that have been done on gratitude. Robert Emmons, who's a PhD, has made an academic career out of studying the psychological benefits of gratitude on your well-being. His research shows that people who take the time to reflect with gratitude feel better about their lives on a whole, and they are more optimistic. Overall, they're more joyful, enthusiastic, interested, attentive, energetic, excited, determined, and strong. So these sound like good qualities to me. I would say that Emmons' research proves that contemplating on what you are thankful for has a positive effect on your energetic disposition. In one study, Emmons followed 3 groups over 10 weeks. The first group described 5 things that they were grateful for in a single sentence after each week. The second group recorded 2 to 5 daily hassles that affected them each week. And the neutral group recorded 2 to 5 daily circumstances that affected them each week. They didn't specify whether it was positive or negative. The study found that the gratitude group felt better about their lives as a whole and were more optimistic about the future. They were also 25% happier than the other two groups. Not only that, they also found, this is so interesting, that they exercised an hour and a half more than the other two groups. So if it makes sense. If you're feeling better, you're going to get more active. So I think, if you are trying to be more active, then you might start just writing down what you're thankful for, and then it just comes more easily. And in a second study, Emmons followed 3 groups but changed the conditions slightly. And this study is really fascinating to me. This time he had the gratitude group record what they were thankful for daily to see if kind of upping the ante, rather than just having them record it weekly, to see if upping the ante made a difference. He kept the hassle group the same, and then he added a comparison group to see if it would differ from the gratitude group. He asked the comparison group to think of a way that you are better than somebody else, that you're better off than somebody else. He thought because it seemed positive on the surface, but he wanted to see if it had a different outcome than the gratitude group. So I thought that was really interesting, because a lot of times we compare ourselves to others, but I think we intuitively know that doesn't feel as good as being grateful. Well, it turns out this study showed that being grateful does make a difference. The participants in the gratitude group felt more joyful, enthusiastic, interested, attentive, energetic, excited, determined, and strong than the hassle condition group. Additionally, they offered more emotional support to others, which led Emmons to conclude that gratitude increases pro-social motivation. Even others who knew the gratitude participants well rated them as more helpful. So what they had them do was they also sent out surveys to people who knew these people well, and they asked questions about how helpful were people in each group too. So I thought that was interesting as well. Daily gratitude intervention also led to greater increases in gratitude as well. So recognizing and expressing gratitude has a powerful effect on your overall energy. And today we're practicing yoga postures and breath practices to elevate your energy in the same way as the daily gratitude practice will connect you to the energy of gratitude. Okay, so go ahead and form an intention for your practice today based on the teachings around gratitude and how it's going to affect your energy. What is it that you're trying to create, sustain, release, or rebirth in your life right now? And how can this practice on gratitude and happiness, cultivating energy, help you in your life right now? What would you like to receive from this practice? And then once you've formed your intention, you can go ahead and release your mudra and start to wiggle and stretch out. And we'll make our way up to standing. Okay, so probably you can guess that this pose was going to show up somewhere in a class on gratitude and happiness. Probably even Tim can guess that this pose was going to show up. So we're going to do breath of joy. The way it works is you inhale, bring your arms out in front, and then you inhale, you bring your arms out to the side, and then you inhale, you bring your arms all the way overhead, and then you exhale and you fold forward with bent knees. So see, this is even a way to get all your squats in without even realizing it, doing breath of joy. See, you're already getting more exercise in. So inhale, 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 exhale. Breathe in, breathe in, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, great. So hopefully we can finish our filming of our yoga class before the drumming ceremony starts over there. Okay, our next posture. I'm not flustered by the drum at all. Our next posture is Goddess Victory Squat. So another thing that the research on gratitude shows is that people who practice gratitude also are more resilient. So they're able to deal with sort of life's daily hassles or life's daily stressors more easily. So you're going to take your feet wide, turn them out to 10 and 2 o'clock, and you're going to sink down into Goddess Victory Squat, and then bring your arms up. And then inhale and come up. And turn your toes forward. And we're going to do a wide-legged standing forward fold. So you're going to roll your pelvis over your leg bones and drop the crown of your head. You could use a block here too underneath your hand if that helps you. Place your right palm on the ground and then rotate your right arm open. And then you're going to fold all the way forward again. Drop the crown of your head. And then place your left palm on the ground and rotate your right arm up. And then fold forward again and drop the crown of your head. And then slowly make your way back up to standing. Okay. They're playing croquet behind us. I loved that game when I was a kid outside. We used to play that for hours in the backyard. Okay, the next posture we're going to do, I chose because it's such a fun pose, but to be honest, I'm not sure how well it's going to happen in my body today because of this shoulder. But I can still talk you through all the steps. So if you're a teacher, this is just a great example of you don't have to be able to do the pose to be able to teach it, okay? So that's what's happening here. So we're going to do it. Well, you're maybe going to do it, maybe not, and I'm going to give lots of modifications along the way. So we'll start with building the pose, and then we'll do some modifications, and we even start with some modifications. Wild thing pose. Sorry, maybe I didn't say that. It's really fun, but it's not for everybody. It's definitely an advanced posture. So we did a modified version of it at the beginning, and in some ways the modified version is more challenging to get the kind of back bend going in it. But it's easier because it demands less strength in your upper body. So some parts of it are easier, some parts of it are more challenging. So you can play around with it and see what works for you. We'll try different versions and we'll see what works in your body today. So what we're going to start with is we're going to start on your right side. And you're going to take your left leg in front of your right leg. Your right leg is going to be in a straight line. And then you're going to lift up. Lift your arm up. And you're going to step your right leg behind. Your top leg, your left leg behind. And yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to open up so this becomes a back bend. So what I don't have right now is mobility in the shoulder to be able to do that. But you can imagine that. So you could also modify this by coming down onto your elbow. And I guess you could do it from here. Same kind of thing. Open up, rotate. And you could also do it like we did at the beginning with bent knees and rotate open here. So that's that pose. And it's probably a pose that you're not going to spend a huge amount of time in because it takes a lot of upper body strength. Okay, so let's try building it on the other side. Let's see what happens on the other side. So you're going to come on your left arm with your left leg straight out. Take your right leg in front, and then you're going to lift up. And then you'll step your right leg behind you, and then you're going to open up. So this side I have more mobility. And then you could modify it by coming down onto your elbow, doing the same thing here. So lift and open. So see how as soon as you come down, it's sort of, there's less mobility through the upper chest. And you could also modify by doing it with bent knees. So it's less challenging as far as how much weight you have to lift, but then it's kind of more challenging to open up through your chest. So see what works for you in your body and give it a try. And this is why I was recommending to the members to do the upper body rehydration sequence, because it'll give you that extra, draw the extra fluid into your fascia and your upper back to make your upper back more mobile. Okay, so that was Wild Thing pose for you today. Okay, good job on the Wild Thing pose. It's a really fun, joyful pose, and really great expression of happiness, so that's why I chose it. And it's fun to try new things, and if you're cultivating gratitude, you'd probably be more enthusiastic and willing to try things like that. Excuse me, I got a little tickle. Okay, so let's sit with your right leg in front of your left leg with your legs in a zigzag. We're going to just do a little rotation here in a zigzag. So just take your left arm in front and we'll make it dynamic for now. Inhale and exhale. And then take your left hand to the outside of your right knee. And then come back to the center. We'll switch our zigzag legs to the other side. So now your left leg is zigzagging in front of your right leg, and then you're going to take your right arm and circle it in front like you're drawing chalk circles. And then take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. And then come back to the center, and we're going to do a wide-legged seated forward fold. I always think this is just such a nice expansive forward fold. We're doing good. Everybody's getting organized behind the camera for a nice singing circle. They've all got their singing sheets now. But nobody's holding the drum yet, so that's a good sign. It's coming. The joyful expression of singing is coming. You're going to hear it. Look what we manifested. Okay, take your legs wide. I'm elevating myself on a block, which is probably a bit too high, but I'm on a downward slope here. And Upavishta Konasana. Find the center of your heels. Okay, and then sit back up. And you can make your way down to lying on your back for Shavasana, for corpse pose, to allow yourself to receive and integrate the teachings for today and to receive your yoga practice, to allow your body, your mind, your energy, your emotions to settle in and receive the practice from today, receive your practice. Okay, and while you're doing that, I have a poem for you. Well, actually, it's not a poem today. It's a reading from one of my favorite teachers, probably one of your favorite teachers as well. She has a new book coming out next month in August 2015. I'm sure you're all excited. You're probably, tell me, are you as excited as I am about Brené Brown's new book? I'm so excited about her new book. I have it on pre-order on Amazon. Okay, so this is an excerpt from Brené Brown about twinkle lights and joy. She says, I think the beauty of twinkle lights is a perfect metaphor for joy. Joy is not a constant. It comes to us in moments, often ordinary moments. Sometimes we missed out on the bursts of joy because we're too busy chasing down the extraordinary moments. Other times we're so afraid of the dark that we don't dare let ourselves enjoy the light. A joyful light is not a floodlight of joy. That would eventually become unbearable. I believe a joyful life is made up of joyful moments gracefully strung together by trust, gratitude, and inspiration. So allow those words from Brené Brown to sink in, those very wise words. Think about the difference between the twinkle lights versus the floodlights. It's very wise and true. And check in now at the end of class with how grateful you're feeling now between the beginning and the end. Check in with your energy, your gratitude meter now at the end of class. And then gradually allow your breath to deepen. Begin to wiggle and stretch out. Bend your knees, then roll to your right side and slowly make your way up to seated. And I'm just going to keep wrapping up fairly quickly now because there's a backhoe and a big truck that have just showed up now as well. If it feels like I'm rushing you out of Shavasana, I'm sorry, I don't mean to, but there are a lot of signs that you can pause and take longer in your Shavasana, but there are a lot of signs here that tell me I need to finish this show. Left hand up, right hand down. We're going to finish with Lokas, Hamastas, Sukhino Bhavantu, to gather in all the benefits of our practice and offer them out into the world. Making space with breath and a sigh. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. If you liked today's show, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. If you know somebody who would enjoy this, then we'd love for you to share it with them. And today's question to leave in the comments is, how has your energy shifted since the beginning of this show? You can show your appreciation for the show and your gratitude for the show by leaving a donation or by leaving your comments below. I want to thank Tina Oxlin this week for her donation, and she left a really great message for me. She's a member of our community that I want to share with you too, because she has reached a milestone too. So she says, "Dearest Melissa," I asked, what are you most grateful for after, and this is what she wrote after that episode. She said, it's you that I'm most grateful for in my life right now. I'm so glad to have found you on the internet. Today, I finally caught up. By the way, there's no catching up in yoga, but she's got a big check mark because she's done all the episodes. So I want to congratulate Tina on getting through all the episodes. That is a huge milestone. I spent the last 18 months working my way through your fantastic array of free weekly videos, following the themes, learning lots along the way, including the most important thing, myself. I've cried, groaned, yelped, smiled, frowned, laughed, cried some more, giggled uncontrollably, sobbed uncontrollably, and wondered in awe at my journey. Wow, I'm really not so bad. In fact, I have come to like myself more and more along the way, and that gift has allowed me to then look outside and see clearly all the beautiful gifts, peoples, places, and I find myself within and without. So thank you. My hope is now to continue this trek through my life and my head held high and my eyes smiling. With much love to you, Tim and Trinity. So I was really touched by that, and I just wanted to give an extra congratulations to Tina and thank her for her donation. And you can donate right here. And also to say, if you're looking for some more help to become more flexible in your upper back, neck, and shoulders, that we have some great classes in our membership site. Like I mentioned at the beginning of our episode, for our members, we've got lots of classes on connective tissues that bring you the leading edge research and also the most innovative teachings on fascia to bring you easier and more significant gains in your flexibility with less time and effort. So we have connective tissue classes for your hands with the soft squash ball, a rebalancing sequence for your nervous system, an upper body sequence, a sequence with a slow-mo ball that works through your body, is great for breathing too, a neck decompress sequence. And so if you'd like to get all of that, you can join our membership site here. So I'm sending you much love from a smoky British Columbia today. Beautiful but smoky British Columbia. May you experience the strength of our mountains. May your joy be as deep as our oceans, and may you be as rooted as the trees in our forest, which may they be protected. Om Shanti Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.